Hello everyone, this is a 32 back again with another deck review. This is gonna be a few days late for 4th of July. That was yesterday, and I won't be making it a live video on my channel for probably until next week. This is the Bicycle US Presents playing cards from collectibleplayingcards.com, and you can get it on the website right now. Of course, use the code VJOSE32. You get 10% off your order. It's a win-win-win situation. You win, I win. Collectible cards win, so go do it. There's two other versions of this stack that are just different tuck cases. A red one and a blue one. Like I said, just different tuck cases. This is the Deluxe, and it is in black. And as you can see, there is some embossing on the words bicycle on top. US President's playing cards on the bottom, it says. And there was embossing on all of this on the White House and on this nice decorative pieces, but not on the American flag. There's no embossing on that. On one side says U.S. Presidents, and you see the Statue of Liberty. No embossing on the sides or anything like that. The side says United States Playing Card Company, Ericus and Finis. Top looks like it says U.S. Presidents under the seal. The bottom is a barcode. Oops. Collectible Cards logo. And it says that it's designed by Johnny Wham for collectibleplayingcards.com. He's done quite a few decks for them. This Sir is a little bit better than his creepy deck, that's for sure. The back says the back design again. It's beautifully embossed. The Statue of Liberty, U.S. Capitol. It says U.S. Presidents on there. There is eagles, and then there's the stars and stripes again, which again is not embossed. And then there's these border patterns, which are also embossed. Seal is just Old Glory, U.S. Flighty. Flap is bicycle trademark stuff, as usual. And then here we get a couple little decorative details again. And then, in case you're wondering about my hand, I kind of sprained my wrist or something. So I've got a little something on there. On the inside, you get, again, the stars and stripes, Old Glory, U.S. flag, whatever you want to call it. It's on there maybe a little bit too much. You get the collectible ads, collectible playing cards ad card. Here's your back design. Very nice. There is a bit of a kind of a texture on the border, if you will. Kind of see it there. These are not white cards. They're more like an off-white color. You do get a double backer as well. Lots of details in the back design. You know, I get a little bit of a Jackson Robinson vibe with the artwork and stuff like that, but not quite as good, but it's pretty good nonetheless. The Jokers, you get two of them. You get this one, it says Joker in the two corners. You get Uncle Sam is pointing at you, I want you. And the other Joker is identical, except he's got a reveal of a Six of Hearts. So that's a nice little added touch. The aces in this deck all feature U.S. landmarks. The ace of spades, of course, a Statue of Liberty, and it says Statue of Liberty. And to me, this is a nice fit. Also, you can see your faces again. You got that kind of almost like a dirty or an old texture to it. It's not just a solid color. Anyways, to me, I like that. The Statue of Liberty and Ace of Spades. It reminds me a bit of the Bicycle Ace of Spades, but it's a little bit different, obviously. The Ace of Hearts has the Liberty Bill, as it says. Here we got Mount Rushmore on the Ace of Clubs. And the Ace of Diamonds, the Eye of Providence with the all-seeing eye. Everything looks pretty cool. I like those aces. Then, what did I do with the court cards? Apparently I mixed something up here. Ah, there we are. The court cards, the number cards, all feature presidents and first ladies. As you can see, the court cards, you got this nice, beautiful border pattern all around, custom pips and indexes, beautiful artwork. You got these stars and stripes in all the corners. You get a little bit of a money feel to it as well, with some of these patterns that they use on there. And this one is Theodore Roosevelt. Everything is mirror image except the writing, which is a little bit weird, but not a big deal. Here you got Eleanor Roosevelt, his wife, and Abraham Lincoln. For the hearts, Harry Truman, Dolly Madison, not sure who she is. I'm sorry, I'm not American, I don't know. And FDR, Franklin Roosevelt. For the clubs, you get Woodrow Wilson, Hillary Clinton, and not Bill Clinton, Thomas Jefferson, actually. And then you get old JFK, John F. Kennedy. For the diamonds, his wife, Jackie Kennedy, and good old George Washington. So, pretty nice. The number cards kind of continue on with this. Let's go through them. You get Jimmy Carter, Martin Van Buren, not sure who he is, Ulysses Grant, John Quincy Adams, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, William Howard Taft, sorry, I guess it is, Benjamin Harrison, Calvin Coolidge, George H.W. Bush, George Sr., Dwight Eisenhower, Rutherford Hayes, Herbert Hoover, William McKinley, Chester Arthur. Again, I'm not familiar with some of these people, others I've heard of. James Madison, that must be Dolly Madison's husband. James K. Polk, Warren Harding, Millard Fillmore, Lyndon B. Johnson, George W. Bush, George Jr. Please, please, America, do not give us another Bush. We had two, that's enough. The world can't handle it. Anyone but Bush. Vote for Donald Trump, though, like here. Here we got Zachary Taylor, James Buchanan, Ronald Reagan, James A. Garfield, Franklin Pierce, Andrew Johnson, John Tyler, Richard Nixon, yeah, he has a peace sign, James Monroe, Andrew Jackson, John Adams, Gerald Ford, Grover Cleveland, and Grover Cleveland again. Maybe they can replace one of these cards next year once we get a new president in the States. And William Henry Harrison. So that's what you get for the deck. As you can see for the number cards, you get some, I should have mentioned, you get stripes or stars on the top, flag in the corners. You do get the pips on the faces of every card. It's a little bit odd, but they did it anyways. It's nice that they made that fit. Because some decks they would have just put the images of the people on there and that's it. Screw the pips, but they found a way to make it work. Like I said, you can get these at collectibleplayingcards.com. This deck, the deluxe deck, because of the embossing and whatnot on the top case, it's the deluxe version. It's a little more money, obviously. Cards are bicycle stock and air cushion finish. I've not played with them as much as I would have liked because of my hand, but it is what it is. Hopefully it'll be better soon enough. But nonetheless, bicycle stock, air cushion finish, handles good, looks pretty good. Overall, let's see, as far as the artwork is concerned, the theme is concerned, I think it's pretty good. I will say 4 out of 5. I think it's a pretty good score. Handling wise, looks pretty good. I'll say 4 out of 5. Usability, it does have pips on the cards. They got suits or pips on the court cards and everything. It's fairly usable, I would say, for cards or Magic. Maybe not the best choice or the first choice, but it's not unusable. So I'll say 3 3/4 out of 5. Overall, I'll give this deck a good solid 4 out of 5. It's pretty good. I like it. You can get it at collectibleplayingcards.com. Like I said, use VitaSafe32 as a code to get 10% off your order. If you do not want to get the deluxe edition, for a few bucks less, you can get the red or blue tuck cases, which are a little more patriotic than a black one. And I mean, all you're missing is the embossing. Everything else is exactly the same. That's what I got. See you next time. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe.